From September 3rd to September 9th, Latin America celebrates breastfeeding by uplifting the voices of every breastfeeding person and their experiences. This year's theme is about reclaiming our culture through lactation. Hi everyone, my name is Diana Hernandez, and I'm a mother to 8 children with 1 more on the way. I'm also a lactation education specialist. I am a care coordinator for Global Community's Healthy Start Enhanced San Bernardino, and I'd like to share with you a little bit about my breastfeeding experience and also what you can do to try to make your breastfeeding experience be successful. So it all started in 2006 when I was a teen mom. I had very minimal exposure to breastfeeding. I had primarily seen women around me just bottle feed their babies. And so that's what I thought was the norm. I thought breastfeeding was something old, outdated, and that's something that I wasn't capable of doing. I didn't even consider. Until a dear friend of mine who happened to be there soon after my birth, she reminded me of being able to breastfeed. And so she assisted me in bringing my baby to my chest and helping her latch on. And while that first latch was successful, a couple of attempts afterwards were not, and ultimately I did not continue to breastfeed. I did start to seek information because I became curious as to why I struggled. And when I realized that my ancestors were fully capable of doing this, and that this is how we've made it through generation after generation after generation to get to where we are today, I know it's possible. And so I continue to seek information. One of my main resources was and has always been La Leche League International. Up until this day, I've not been able to have access to lactation support that represents me and my culture. And so that's always been something hard for me. But nonetheless, I am now more experienced, and I've been able to breastfeed through struggles and challenges and pains the rest of my babies, to where now some of my babies have been breastfed up until 2 years old. So I want to remind you that if you have a support system, congratulations. And if you don't have a support system, you still can breastfeed. Lean on to whatever is accessible to you. Visit your local WIC office. They may provide a free pump for you and free lactation support. Check out La Leche League online or attend their virtual groups that may be facilitated near your community. Do anything and everything you can to obtain information to continue to breastfeed your baby. I want to remind you that in the first few days after our baby is born, we're not producing that runny white milk. It's actually thick, yellow, like syrup, and is known as colostrum. And it's actually one of the most important milk introductions to your babies. And so while people around you may tell you that you're not producing enough milk, that your baby is still hungry, that you're not satisfying your baby, I want to remind you that that's not true, that you will be, and that you can, and that your baby can be fulfilled by your body, by your milk. Don't give up. Keep pushing through. Honor yourself and celebrate yourself, whether you were able to breastfeed for 1 moment, many days, weeks, months, or years. It's time to reclaim our culture. Our ancestors were able to breastfeed us and have us thrive and survive generation after generation after generation to get us to where we are today. We may have had interruptions by formula marketing companies, but we're capable. Our bodies can do this. Happy Latina Breastfeeding Week, Semana de Lactancia Latina. Check out hashtags such as 2024 SSL, which stands for 2024 Semana de Lactancia Latina, or 2024 LXBW for Latina Breastfeeding Week. Thank you.